Dear students, yesterday there was gap. So that gap we will fill today, even though today is the Ramzan Eid festival. So yesterday's remaining work today will come. So in today's lecture, we will start the unit second. Second unit we will start today. And in the unit second, in continuation, our chapter number is 4. Means 3 chapters we have completed in unit first. And in unit second, the 4th chapter. So we will study here. So that is the species concepts. So species, you know, in the classification of animals. So broadly, the kingdom is divided into 2 main groups: animal kingdom and plant kingdom. Plantae and animals. So in that, animals, again, animals are further divided into 2 big groups, major groups. The animals with bones and animals without bones, means non-chordates and chordates. So in the classification, the last unit of animal classification is the species. So today we will study the species concept. So here, the species is the subunit. Species is the subunit in classification. Here in classification. Classification मधला जे सब unit आहे, that is called as the species. So we can define in different ways the species. In the classification, the smallest unit or subunit is called as the species. Now here we can again define, in other words, species is a group of genetically similar animals. What is a species? So short but sweet answer is, species is a group of genetically similar animals. Species are genetically similar animals. They can reproduce, they can fertile in each other. So here, Lotze, this is the name of the scientist. Remember, Lotze in 1998 states that a group of genetically identified animals, are called as the species. So this is the Lotze's 1998 statement about the concepts. Now, tetragon, this is the another name of scientist, a community having the different morphological features. Remember, Lotze's statement about the species and tetragon's statement about the classification. So a community having the different morphological features, that is called as the species. Now another one is the Linnaeus. So here the Linnaeus held the morphological species concepts. So dear students, remember here, we are studying the species. What is the species? So we are studying the species, and that is called as the concept. What concept? The concept of species we are studying here. So different scientists are given the different opinions or different statements about the species concept. So here, the Linnaeus, who is the master of the classification. So Linnaeus held the morphological species concepts. Now here, the biological species concept. Another point, after the species concept introduction and definition, another point from your syllabus is the biological species concept. Biological. So here, a group which can be crossed, a group of animals which can be crossed or interbreed. So that is called as the biological species concept. You are understanding? Dear students, listen carefully and try to understand. So Dobzhansky, the name of the scientist, Dobzhansky defines a species, biological concept here. The species are Mendelian population. Mendelian population. You know the Mendel, the father of genetics, study of heredity and variation. So species are the Mendelian population which share common gene pool. Mendelian population and which share the common gene pool. So that is the Dobzhansky's opinion about the species biological concept. Now Mendelian population is also called as the biological unit. Here Emerson, another name of the scientist, states that genetically distinctive and reproductive isolated natural population is a biological species concept. Dear students, this species concept chapter is very easy and you can understand by reading the notes also. So here there is the advantages and limitation. Advantages means benefits of the study of species concepts, and limitation. What is the limitation? Limits. So here a species possesses identical gene but different morphological characters. This is the limitation. Different morphological characters, this is the limitation. Species are tied together. Species are tied together by bonds of mating. They interbreed. Species population or species can be interbreed or can be crossed within the groups. Hence, members inbreed among themselves. Species are reproductively isolated for other species and they share common gene pool. Each species, you listen only here, you can read and you can easily understand after the reading of these notes. So each species has an isolated gene pool which are interconnected by gene flow. Each species has a capacity to give rise to new species. Each species has a set of isolating mechanisms that directly or indirectly prevent the exchange of gene with other species. Each species fills the ecological niche not exactly utilized another species. So dear students, here I am reading because it is very easy, you can understand. And again in the species concept, after the species, you know that in classification there is the subspecies also. Subspecies. After the species, there is the subspecies. So you know in the classification, phylum Chordata, then after the phylum, there is the class, order, then genus, and then species. And sometimes again subspecies are also there. So here subspecies, species is formed of two or more geographically isolated populations. They are called as the subspecies. Here the geographically isolated populations of species which are capable of interbreeding but producing fertile hybrids is called subspecies. A species is formed by many populations. Each population is called as the subspecies. Similarities between subspecies is greater when compared to related species. The morphological difference between subspecies is very slight only expert can recognize the subspecies. So experts are recognizing the subspecies, and in majority of times the species is named by the scientist. So here, for example, the subspecies golden whistler bird inhabiting Solomon Island, zebra, deer mouse, etc. are the best examples of subspecies. Then there is a sibling also, sibling species. So here the sympatric species are morphologically similar but reproductively isolated. Meyer named these species as sibling species. For example of the sibling, malaria carrying mosquito of Europe. So these are having the siblings. So dear students, this is only the chapter for reading. You read and you can understand. So for today it is sufficient. Any problem you can do the mobile call. You can contact. Send your presentee as early as possible. This chapter is small chapter. So today we have studied in this chapter, that is the species concept, introduction, and then biological species concept, and then species concept advantages here. So that is sufficient for today. Thank you very much.